page. I believe I follow it, so we're fine. We'll look and see what we will look and see. I have to remember to wash my hair later. I have the hairdresser tomorrow.
Are you coming tomorrow?
Yes, yeah, I made my appointment for tomorrow at 3:30. I made my appointment you see, this is why I always email. This is why I email my.
I have 3:30 tomorrow. I have Jodi.
Okay. Oh, Tiffany's right above me.
Yes.
My damn hairdresser. So extra. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Tricky, where we take your mind off of what's going on outside the closet and bring you in here for a full hour of fun, frolic, and
foolishness.
So today is not really all about foolishness. We have some facts we'd like to share. We're not going to share them. We don't got no facts. But we do have Dr. Ray joining us. He's the special bodyologist that we had on last time, who is going to come and talk to us because, sometimes we don't really know. There we go.
Well, I just wanted to say that Dr. Ray Gafoor, he is accomplished.
Urologist.
Yes. He's an accomplished, minimally invasive surgeon dedicated to benign and malignant diseases in urology. He specializes expertise in urinary stones, uro-oncology, woman incontinence, and renal transplantation. Oh,
hi, Dr. Ray.
Hi, Doc.
And Dr. Ray, I know he doesn't like when we say it's bodyologist. He doesn't like that.
No,
he doesn't like that.
He doesn't like. He didn't go to school
to be a bodyologist.
No, he went to school to be a
urologist.
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Ray. What's up?
Hi guys, how are you doing?
We're good. We have lots more questions.
Well, we're excited to have you here because this is Prostate Awareness Month. And I'm kind of excited about this too because if you have a brother, a dad, a boyfriend, a husband,
a male in your life,
I think it's very important that we encourage them to get checked out in all areas, just like how how we go to our gynecologist and we get pap smears and we get tested for
chicken batty. You're just a chat girl.
I just feel like I'm trying to get something done and you're in my way.
Sorry.
And I just think that it's so important that men go and check up on their things, their packages that they have to. But I don't think it's something that men normally do. And why do you think that is, Doc?
Yeah, no, it's definitely time for men to step up and do their part. Women have been doing mammograms, which are a lot more uncomfortable in the prostate exam. They've been doing pap smears for decades. They've been playing their part to make sure that the family unit stays healthy. Yeah. And men are the leaders of the family, traditionally speaking, and it's time that they step up and do it. And it's the real issue, Tracy, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Men don't want to have the finger exam. Right? They don't want to have a finger in the rectum feeling the prostate because of all these cultural biases that we have. We think it makes you gay or less of a man or whatever. And the truth is that I've never ever had a patient who came for a prostate exam and then they said afterwards, boy, doc, after the prostate exam, I'm attracted to men. It never happened. Or if you were attracted to men, they didn't turn and say, boy, doc, no, I don't like men, I'm into women. It does not change your sexual orientation in any way. But unfortunately, it is one of the two ways that we have of detecting prostate cancer early when it is curable. One is the blood test called the PSA, and the other is the prostate physical exam, where the finger goes into the back passage for
back passage. I like that
back
one.
Passage, as the old people would say.
Share with us some of the numbers about like how Jamaican men are affected by prostate cancer, say compared to our the same age group in like the United States, because this whole finger in the back passage really does hinder us, and we have some high numbers of. Sorry. Oh my God.
We have some high numbers of prostate cancer here in Jamaica.
With the statistics.
Hello?
I just told her not to call you.
I'm here. I think.
Sorry.
It is very common. It is the number one most common cancer in Jamaica. And one of the number one most common cancer in the States after skin cancer. And it's not just common, it's deadly.
Yeah.
All right? Jamaica ranks among the highest rates of mortality. That means people who die from a cancer in the world. Locally in our region, Barbados, Haiti, and Jamaica are amongst the three highest in our region, and it is on par with the highest hot spots in the world. And it may be some of it is genetic. So if you've got a relative who've had a prostate cancer, you're at 3 times higher risk than someone who does not have a relative. And if you have 2 relatives, or someone died at a young age, or someone had very aggressive disease, you're at 7 times higher risk than the average person. So genetics has a lot to do with it, and race has a lot to do with it. If you are black, if you are of certain other ancestries like Latin American, then you're at very higher risk. And it seems to be related to geological areas, in particular areas in Africa that, black people in Jamaica and in the States would have come from the slave trades, in particular sub-Saharan Africa. It's not just every black person in Africa has a propensity, it's people in small pockets. So there's a lot about it that we're still finding out. And unfortunately, the bottom line is that Jamaicans are at very high risk for getting a cancer and for having an aggressive cancer. About 78 per 100,000 population in Jamaica have prostate cancer, which is amongst the highest in the world.
Yeah.
And when you extrapolate that to our population of 3.5 million people, that means more than 2,000 people every year are going to be diagnosed with prostate cancer, right? And our mortality rates are very high because we're not coming for it to be detected before it has spread. We're waiting for it to be spread before we go to the doctor. Mm-hmm. And so that's what prostate cancer screening is about. Screening means detection of a disease before it becomes symptomatic or before it causes problems. Very important in prostate cancer, guys, because prostate cancer has very few symptoms when it's still curable and early. You may have urine problems. The urine may be slow or you don't pee to completion. You may have blood in the urine. You may have, pain on ejaculation or blood in the sperm, but none of that is specific to prostate cancer. You can have that with infections of the prostate, and you can have that with general enlargement of the prostate that every man gets as they get older. And not only which, the symptoms that are specific to prostate cancer usually only come when it's advanced and it's incurable. So severe pain in the hips and the joints, the kind of pain that nothing can stop, even pethidine can't stop that pain. When it spreads to the spinal cord and you suddenly can't walk, it's very sad, but it's often, it can't be treated, that's not reversible. Your kidney's blocked off and you get kidney failure. Those are advanced signs. By the time that happens, it's too late. You can't be cured anymore.
What?
So we're really here to hammer home the point of early detection with the blood test, with the prostate exam, years before it's spread, years before you even feel pain or you have any symptoms at all.
So question, so with a woman, right, we can just go and have a mammogram done. With a male, can they just have a prostate exam, or do they have to do that within the entire executive? Or they can, just be like, I just want to go today and check my prostate, or do they have to do it? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. The Jamaica Cancer Society does a screening clinic once a year. Now it's September, they've got a screening clinic, I believe it's on the 29th of September, all across Jamaica, Mandeville, Mobay, Ocho Rios, I believe, or Port Maria. You can book, you can go in, get a blood test, get a prostate exam, and that's it. You can also go to your GP and say, I just want to get my prostate checked. You don't have to check for 500 other things. That's okay.
Unlike the mammogram where they encourage you by the age of 40 to go and get a mammogram, is there a specific age where we should be encouraging the men that we love in our lives to go and get their prostate checked?
That's a great question, Tracy. Thanks for that. In the States and in areas, great question. In areas where prostate cancer is not so aggressive, it's not so common, we will recommend age 50 as when you start screening. If there's a strong predisposition, like a heavy population of black men, or there's some Scandinavian countries where it's very common, we would say 45. Okay. If you have a genetic link, so if someone in your family had strong history of prostate cancer, or you did a genetic test, so these days we're getting a bit of tissue from inside the lining of your mouth, or a blood test to see if you've got the genetic makeup to develop prostate cancer and the aggressive forms. If any of that, then 40 years of age. Presently, the Jamaica Urological Society, which I'm the president, and we recommend starting at age 40 in Jamaica because it's so serious and it's so aggressive.
Right. Wow.
So, are there different, so when you go and you get your prostate exam, say for instance it's not good, are there different stages of this cancer, or is it just like once it's there and we're going to die, or is there different stages that we can cure, we can have medical treatment for?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question again, Tracy. Well, you're on it today, man. That is why Jodi have to say ILA.
I thought I had a good question.
You get to your question next. You every year you have three questions. There is staging, and staging is important because it's not just a matter of numbers or whatever. It has implications for what we do. And if you have early stage, and we're going to try to cure it. And because of screening, because of PSA, the blood test, and the prostate exam, we went from the 80s and before, when we started doing this, most men were diagnosed with advanced cancer. It spread to the bone, spread to the lungs, spread everywhere. Now, the majority of men who, in populations, submit to screening, 90% of men are being diagnosed with early stage curable cancer. And the cure rates are as high from 70 to 95%, depending on how aggressive your cancer is. So if you're detected early, you have a very good chance of being cured, be it either by surgery or radiation or what have you. We have ways of curing cancer, and we cure this cancer every day. Every day we attempt and we achieve cure rates as high as 90-95%. Unfortunately, when it has spread, no longer curable. And now you're talking about prolonging life and managing with things like chemotherapy, hormonal therapy that have significant impact on your quality of life. And at the end of the day, cancers are very smart and they find ways around what we do. So if you're not curing it and killing it and getting rid of it, and it's lingering and we are just treating it, it will figure out a way and it will spread in a couple of years. And unfortunately, the average life expectancy of someone with advanced prostate cancer is anywhere from 3 to 7 years.
Wow.
But if you're cured, we're seeing people live 30 years with no evidence of disease recurring and very good results. So that's really the key point.
So when men go for their checkup, right? Can they just come straight to you? You do the executive, you do the prostate exam, or do they need to go to their family doctor, and then from the family doctor they get a request to then to come and see you?
Yeah, either way is fine. In Jamaica, we don't work on a referral system where you have to have a referral to see a specialist. We don't have that.
Okay, good.
So if you want to go to a urologist that you know, or that someone you know has treated someone, whatever, you can go straight to the urologist and say, I want to do a checkup.
Right.
Or you can go to your GP, or your health center, even the nursing practitioners who do a lot of the primary care interactions in the health centers can order a blood test, and they can, if it's abnormal or prostate feels abnormal, they can send it to see a specialist. Again, the prostate exam, so let's touch for a second on the prostate exam, if you can pardon the pun. Let's touch on it. Men are afraid it's painful, and there are few instances when it's painful. If you've got a rip-roaring, flaring infection of the prostate, you shouldn't be getting your prostate examined. And with a bit of questioning, the doctor should know, this sounds like an infection. Let's put this off for maybe a couple of weeks, give some antibiotics,
right,
and then we come back and do a prostate exam when it's not painful. At most, some people say it's uncomfortable. Most men, I am carrying on a conversation with them, asking them what school they went or whatever. and we're having a conversation and it's over before it's started. They say, Doc, what? Are we done?
Yeah. So in the prostate exam, basically you're just trying to feel the size and the texture of the prostate. Are you taking like a sample? What's happening? You're just basically feeling?
Yeah, so great question, Jodi. Thank you for that. Right? The prostate is an accessory sex organ, which means it's not vital for reproduction. It adds some fluid that keeps the sperm liquid so that the sperm can survive after ejaculation until it finds an egg and does what it has to do. It's just accessory, it's not vital. It's roughly what you call walnut shaped. Most people in Jamaica don't know what a walnut is, but about this big.
I was about to say, this is really big, dog. That's huge. It's like a nut. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's down in the pelvis, low down where you can't feel it, in the lower tummy, below the bladder. So urine passes from the bladder through the prostate, through the urethra. That's the tube that you pee out of. And as you get older, it gets bigger and it blocks the passageway in some men. Now, the best way to feel it is through the back passage or the rectum, because it is so low down. It's not like when you go to the doctor and they feel the tummy for the liver or the kidneys or the gallbladder, it's way down. So it's easily accessed through the rectum. And we're feeling for anything that's hard. So this, if you make a fist, this bone here is hard. That feels like a cancer. This bit, so if you touch the muscle here, you make a fist and you touch this, that's normal prostate, or it's prostate that's getting a bit bigger as you get older. So we're feeling for this.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So how long does the exam take?
5 to 10 seconds in experienced hands.
Right.
Not painful. It doesn't, some people are uncomfortable, but most people, they don't feel anything at all.
So we know that it's Prostate Awareness Month, and this is kind of what we're concentrating on today because it is so important, because the statistics for prostate cancer in Jamaica are so high. But what else can you go and visit your urologist for?
Well, urology is the study of the urinary and genital system, right? So the surgical specialty. There are medical treatments for kidney disease and so on, but where the surgery is concerned, kidney stones, kidney cancers, blocked kidneys, bladder issues, bladder cancers, bladder stones, obstruction by prostate, trouble with holding up the urine. So a lot of women, I know your viewership is a lot of female audience that you have, and a lot of women who've had 2, 3, 4 kids, you have trouble holding up the urine afterwards. You may be at a social setting, and when you laugh, a drip of urine or a gush or a complete, loss of control. If you jump, we're not naming any names now.
Okay. Because I'll make her laugh.
You're not pointing fingers. But it happens. And the sad part is that women suffer in silence. They feel like there's no help for me. There's no cure. That's just what I have to live with, because it's the sacrifice I make for having kids. And there are women who have it that have not had kids. There are many reasons for it. So a urologist can help with a simple 5-10 minutes procedure to put a little sling up and hold up the urine. So that's something that urologists do. It's another area of interest of mine. Erectile dysfunction, where men are concerned. Infertility issues, testicular cancers and
Wait, hold on, stop a second.
problems.
The infertility issues. So say, because I've had friends who have gone to, have the sperm treated with the egg, and that happens and then it's planted into the woman. So you do all of that? Tell me a little bit more about the infertility. What exactly do you offer?
Right. So where the infertility is concerned, I deal with the male side.
Okay.
Right? That's one of the few things I only deal with on the male side in urology.
Okay.
Prostate, testes, and the infertility. Everything else is men and women that a urologist would see.
Right.
But where it comes to infertility, the urologist deals with the testes and the retrieval of sperm and the manufacture of sperm, whereas a gynecologist would deal with the eggs and the implantation of eggs, the retrieval of eggs, really the hard work in infertility, so to speak.
Okay. Where are you located, Doc? Because, we're covering so many topics of, how a urologist can help not just a male, but also a female with certain issues. Where are you located? How do we make an appointment? Because I've asked some really good questions.
Yeah, you really hit it out of the park this year, Jodi. I see women for kidney stones. That's the most common thing that you see women for is kidney stones. I'm on 10 Ripon Road. Art of Surgery is the name of the clinic. Art, A-R-T of Surgery.
Oh, I've been there. That's how we met.
Mm. No, I knew you before that. I met you before that.
But thank you for having me at your surgery center.
I hope you liked it.
It was lovely. It was lovely. The drugs were the best part, Anything in the IV is my favorite.
Yeah. People tend to like to be sedated. Yeah, it feels good.
So, Doc.
The office number, office number 960.
960?
8112.
We're gonna
8112.
We're gonna put all this in the captions. So for any of our watchers, if you feel like you need to see a urologist for any problems that we've been speaking about, you can definitely reach out to Dr. Gafoor to
I just want to talk one more time about the issue that some women have with the little bits of pee coming out, and I just want to ask how long is the surgery and what are the scars like?
5 to 10 minutes, and
I heard that, but I wanted him to say it again. And what are the scars like when you do that type of surgery? Do you cut open by the pubic, or how do the scars look from that?
So I do a single cut surgery. There's just one small cut about this, just below where you pee out of the urethra, just in the front wall, really, of the vagina. The outside opening of the vagina, just below where you pee out of. You're asleep, or you get a spinal, so you don't feel anything. You're pretty much back to work within a day or so, depending on how much discomfort you have. It's not pain, maybe a bit of swelling, a bit of discomfort. A lot of women go back to work the next day or 2 days after.
You want to make an appointment?
What we do is make a small cut, and we put a hammock. It's a sling like this, like a U, up to support the urethra and really re-establish the original position of the urethra. The urethra is like a U, like you look under your sink and it's a U, and it stops water from coming back up into the sink.
Yes.
So as you get older, if you have kids, that U turns into a slip and slide like this, like a kid's slippy slide.
Right.
So you go from the bladder straight down, and the sling holds it back up and turns that slip and slide back into a U.
Yeah.
Right, like this, and holds up the urine. So it's a small, forgive my amateurish.
I love it because I don't know anatomy that well. I'm basic. But is this operation something that can be covered by insurance?
Yeah, insurance covers this in certain situations, depending on what causes incontinence, how strong of insurance coverage you have. That's definitely a discussion to be had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
The best way is see your urologist. Let them submit to your insurance and see what they will cover.
Okay.
That's the best way to do it.
Are you interested? I think you enjoy laughing and peeing,
Stop. Well, Dr. Ray, this is a plethora of information that we have gotten from you today, and we are so thankful that you took your time out of your busy day to come and share with us about prostate cancer and prostate awareness,
and that the test isn't that much of the exam isn't that much of a big deal. And I think that's something that we just kind of want to harp on here, because we do have our daddies, our uncles, our brothers, our friends that we love, and we'd like to see you here for so much longer. And a little 5-second exam can save your life, and save you a lot of pain too. So thank you so much, Dr. Gafoor. We really appreciate you. For everybody watching, we're going to put the information down below so you can reach out to Dr. Gafoor if you laugh and pee, or if you would like to have your prostate checked, or anything with kidney stones, anything urologist related. Our resident urologist is Dr. Gafoor.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. Great.
Bye, Doc.
job from
Thank
the
you.
friends that were in. Thank you.
Okay.
No problem.
Bye.
Alright, we've been sipping on our drinks here from
Lady B Mixology.
Lady B Mixology.
And I am so happy that, you know, our last time we had our guest speaker on last week about sleep, I got so many messages saying thank you for this information, and I'm so happy that doctors love to come on our show and talk about these things, because I do think it's super educational. I like being educated.
You like being educated?
Mm-hmm.
So Lady B is actually celebrating 3 years today. 3 years today. And she said that she was inspired when she was making these flavors. So today I'm sipping on Morning Dew. This has honeydew melon, green grape, made with elderflower, and of course she thought of me, Prosecco.
And mine is called Tropical Desire, and it's made with tequila. Of course she thought of me. Tropical sex.
Tropical sex?
Wow. Triple sec, rosé, grapefruit, and white peach. Cheers.
Let me taste yours.
You want to taste the tropical sex?
Oh, this is nice. Oh, the tequila in this is wow.
This is nice and sweet. I love a tequila. I love a tequila. I
Wow,
love a tequila.
wow, wow. Oh, knowledge is power, says Slim Thing Shauna. That's true.
Slim Thing Shauna, I've been following you on Instagram. You were doing something great the other day. I can't remember, but just kind of, it was fun. You were doing something fun.
She was doing something fun and great.
Yeah, I love that. Anyway, so want to talk about all the memes that are coming up about Taylor Swift at the awards show, and then
Which award show was that? MTV Music Award. She was
MTV
dancing and having a grand
She was
time.
having a grand time in the stands. It was so much fun to watch Taylor Swift, and you know, it's funny because I don't really follow her that much, but she looks like she would be boring, but then you see her acting in real life and how she goes on, and she's a trip, eh?
It's fun.
She looks fun, yeah.
Not as much fun as you.
No.
Although
definitely.
Taylor doesn't pee when she laughs.
I don't pee when I laugh either. Why do you keep saying
It's a
that?
little puddle.
Stop.
These are really good.
I was thinking about cutting my hair, so I was actually gonna make you cut it, but then I decided no. I'm gonna go to Leanne and have her do a little trim for me.
Just because you think I'm bad, man.
Yes, this is true, but I wanted to
cut
cut.
off your hair?
I wanted to cut back my
I
bangs.
think you should go and cut back the same bangs that you have, but your hair grows so quickly.
It grew very
You literally
fast.
had those bangs for all of 3 weeks.
Literally, because they were up by my eyebrows, you guys. They were up by my eyebrows, and see, I keep telling you guys about the Viviscal. And if you DM me and ask me what a vitamin it is, I'm going to charge you $5 US.
It's Viviscal, and we keep I'm gonna drop it again in the in the link below the video over on YouTube. But you know, it's funny, you know, because different things, you may recommend something and it works for you and it doesn't work for me. So I've been taking Viviscal now for the past like 2 or 3 months, and I mean my hair feels really
You
nice,
haven't
but I
been
don't.
taking it for 2 or 3 months. First of all, you've just been taking it for almost
2 months.
No, almost
Tracy,
1 month.
I finished a whole box. I'm on my second box.
Okay, so 2 months.
Right.
It's 3 months before you see any sort of difference, and the difference you see will be minimal at first. You have to keep going.
I'm going. I take it every night religiously.
Good. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
Anyway, last night, can you believe that Scott went to go and put Stevie to sleep, as he does every night? That's his little thing. It's his little thing. They get to spend time together, and Stevie really loves when her daddy goes and put. The man fall asleep in the room with Stevie, and when I look on the camera, he's like snoring.
So what's Stevie doing?
She's snoring and snuggled down, but I had to go in there and be like, "Excuse me, sir."
You wanted your husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to go in there and be like, "Come out of there. Come out."
Please spell it. Viviscal.
I mean,
It's a pink and white box.
I just don't know. And then he's there hugging up Stevie, and when him come into the room, him don't hug me up like that.
So there's such a thing as, well, for me, there's such a thing as Browning tax. So what is Browning tax? Like when I used to go to the market downtown and I knew that the tomatoes were $40 a dozen, but I show up and I'm like, hi,
Pound.
right, $40 a pound, and I show up and they're like 50. I was like, okay, no problem. It's still cheaper than going to the supermarket. I go on the side of the road, there's lychee. I'm like, oh my gosh, how much for a hand of lychee? $2,000, all kind of expense. I'm like, okay, So yesterday now, I called, I don't know him, a man. And I said, how much to hem up a pair of pants? I have 2 pairs of pants that need to be hemmed and the waistband taken in. So he says, oh, 1,500. I said, for both? No, for each. I said, but you haven't seen the pants. I was like, one is a trouser, one is a jeans. Does that make a difference? No. He's like, well, I'm away. So the other lady who is there will look. And I'm there saying to myself, what? To hem a pair of pants is $1,500. Back to school has gone. So, you're kind of in a lull right now as a dressmaker, right? And I went to my regular lady and she charged me $1,000 for one pants and $1,200 for the pants that, had more structural work. And I'm there thinking to myself, I think it's because, I was speaking the spoken. And I was like, this is so unfair. I find out 5 bills exactly, but I was trying to do it somewhere closer to uptown so I didn't have to drive all over the place. Yes, my mom gets Browning tax. She always tries to put on her pato. I think I was also, yo, my dad's, how much for pair up a pants?
I just hate it. Like, sometimes I just ask, I asked Mickey or Miss Rose to get things for me. Like, when I needed hangers, I was like, Mickey, can you please get the hangers for me? Because I just find that there's some things that you just don't get without Browning tax.
5 bills the most you pay in the ghetto. And that's the thing.
Yeah, so like I would ask Mickey to hem up my
arcade is where it charges the most Browning tax. I remember the day. Why did I go into
arcade? You cannot go arcade. Browning tax, delight over there. That is,
and they'll block in my car and all kind of things. The last time I went to arcade, I was calling a tow truck. I was like, "There's somebody parked. Like they don't want me to leave." They know when you're faking. Exactly like I'm like, yo, my dad's wagon, my one pants. You see, like I just find it's forced.
Yeah.
I have the same problem when I try to buy fruits. They're free. You know much for fruits uptown?
I just always go and shop at Fresh Approach. I find
go in a shop where there's either shelf talkers or everything is labeled.
Yeah, I know if you don't have if everything isn't labeled and priced, like I'm not buying it. I hate feeling like I
or Instagram stores when I have to DM, hi, how much is this? And then I know that the price that you're giving me is a different price from what you give somebody else. So guess what? I'm not going to support your business.
Oh, guess what? I just want to say happy birthday to Lauren from Strictly Cookies.
Well, how is she doing? It's her birthday and we should be celebrating.
I know. So this is my shout out to Lauren. We want a piece of that birthday cake.
My partner says, don't speak, let me do the talking. But I keep interrupting him. And you have to keep quiet and then you'll get the proper rates. Anyway, we're not speaking to Lauren from Strictly Cookies because I haven't had any cookies in a while. So unless she gets to baking, I don't want to hear about it. But happy birthday.
Anyway, I've been following this girl on Instagram and she's a white lady from America. And like she has straight hair, she has she's a white lady from America. She's not mixed or anything like that, but she cooks Jamaican food. Like obviously she came and visited.
Is that the one with the dumpling in it?
Yes!
That's what I want to talk about. Tracy, you've been sending this video to everybody who you know that cooks. She sent it to me. And she's like, shut up. Can you make this for me? And I was like, oh, Trey, sure.
Yo, she made a bully beef stuffed dumpling. First of all, I want to remind you guys that my daughter screamed at me from the top of the aisle in the supermarket, Mommy, get the bully beef. She also, when we go to the freezer section, goes, turkey neck, turkey neck, turkey neck, turkey neck. Okay, like this is my daughter. And Remy came over the other day and for lunch.
She's Canadian, actually.
She's Canadian, yes. Remy came over the other day and for lunch I gave them turkey neck with rice and fried plantain. And so I dropped Remy back home and Sean was here and Sean was like, oh, what you guys had for lunch? So I was like, oh, the girls had curry turkey neck. So Sean looked at me and she's like, what Remy eats? And I was like, curry turkey neck. He's like, Remy had that? I was like, she sucked the bones. He was like, I don't believe you. And I'm like,
because we have turkey neck here for dinner, not curried. And I have to like take the meat. At one point I was able to put like a piece of neck on her plate, but now I have to take off the meat.
I take off the meat for Stevie, but Remy sucked the bones.
She's a
but what you do, what you do at somebody's house is not what you do at your own.
I'm dying to hear the story. So a message came up earlier. So Sean went to go and pick her up from school, and apparently one big excitement she caused in the waiting area. You never saw the message come in?
No.
Her mommy, Joshua's mommy, right? G's and peace. One excitement in the waiting area when daddy came and picked up Remy. And you know she extra look on my daddy big truck.
I know, she's
I cannot
so
wait to
funny.
hear what happened.
She's so funny. Remy is so cute. Watching the kids grow is an absolute delight. Absolute delight.
That is true.
The other day, Stevie told Jodi,
Look with your eye. I was like, oh, Rascality, what is happening back there? What she was saying, look at the tiger, auntie, look at the tiger. I'm like, there's no tigers on Russell Heights. Look with your eye. She has an animal cracker. I'm like, I am driving. Like, honestly, I don't feel like this sort of abuse is necessary right now, but look with your eye. I was like, oh my. Look with the eye.
Okay. So, you know, as we get into Halloween season.
But the first thing we want to say is we do not celebrate Halloween. We go along with the activities. Yes, we know that Halloween for some people has a negative connotation.
But for other people it doesn't, and it's fun, and we love
dress
to dress up
and I love candy.
And Stevie is so into Halloween.
So is
because
Levi.
she watches all of the YouTube videos, and you know. So I said to her, Stevie, what do you want to be for Halloween? And she says she wants to be a monster. And she's going to trick or treat and open the doors and then go, roar!
Oh, really?
Yeah, she wants to be a monster.
We need to find something to do.
So, yeah.
If Remy gonna do anything, she's gonna fall asleep. This is true, but we'll still put her in a costume, you know?
So I'm excited to see what's going to be going on for Halloween. What do you guys do for Halloween? What traditions do you guys have? Trick-or-treating in your neighborhood? Do you have any little party ideas or stuff that maybe we could carry on for our tradition as well? We don't really do anything.
That's a tradition. We try to do something with the kids because we enjoy the dress-up part of it. Anything that we dress up, like for second Saturdays, we'll be like, oh, we have a tie-dye day. So of course,
and there's a camaraderie between the kids, and it's nice to see the kids
running up and down.
Yeah, interact with their friends, because they interact with their friends every day at school, but we don't get to see that. So it's nice to get to see them in a fun setting with their friends.
It's good, clean fun. I love a dress up. I love a dress up.
Has Remy told you what she wants to be?
You know, I haven't asked her.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I need to get them costumes, eh?
Yeah. And what about Levi?
I haven't asked them. They're just coming on the Disney cruise. I have their costumes for that, or I'm putting together their costumes for that. And my new sewing machine came yesterday.
Oh wow!
Yes, I haven't set it up yet. I just plugged it in, but I need to thread my needle. I don't have anything to sew. I just dropped off the pants to my dressmaker in the morning, and then I picked up my sewing machine in the afternoon. But me can't sew straight. Me can't do him would I go woota way up the hill. So I'm glad I dropped it off to the dressmaker, because I would have ruined the nice pair of pants he made me buy in Gap. No Halloween parties, costume or dress up parties.
Yes.
No Halloween parties. No Halloween.
Oh, costume or dress up.
Oh, you see, a costume or a dress up party.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. How I didn't know Jodi C. So, yes, I used to post myself sewing all the time, like little things. So for example, if you can do a stitch when you go and you're buying an item of clothing and you pick up the damaged item, so it's missing a button or it has a tear down the seam, you can get 15% off, right? So if you see where you can fix this or whatever, or there's damage on the hem that you would have to take up anyway, you go to the cash register, say, oh, this one is damaged, please make sure I get my discount. You can't return it, which is fine. And then you come home and you fix it. Also too, like imagine you have your child going to school and you can't hem up them uniform. You have to pay for hem up uniform, or like you can't sew on a button. Like that's ridiculous. My neighbor is doing hot dog and donuts. Head on over to the neighbors.
I know. So you still have, from when you pierced your nose a long time ago, you still have that hole?
Yeah, because I probably want to pierce it again.
Would you?
My parents, bonfire with alcohol, another set of parents takes the kids trick or treating, and we alternate every year. I love a bonfire.
Me too. Can we do one here?
Yeah, but you're gonna do it on my garage and ruin the cement.
For a good time.
For a good time? Fire for a good time? Okay.
Fire for a good time. Maybe we can get a bonfire pit.
A bonfire. We can make one.
Yeah,
you
just
like
a drum.
a zinc.
Like a drum.
What, like some homeless people?
Yeah, what's wrong with that? You remember that from factory days?
I do that all the time, Jodi.
From factory days.
We used to have a factory.
Yeah. So,
alright. We have I need to go and pick up the other one from school. I need to see what Remy is doing.
Have you guys watched the Sean or heard the Sean Paul song Summer Hot? It's been doing
There's
very
also
well on the
yes,
charts.
and there's now a remix with Skilly Bang and Busta Rhymes.
Oh wow.
Yes, and the remix is hot, 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 hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that song. Oven. I remember he was like, I'm upstairs and all there it's oven. So eventually I was like, what's happening down there with the cooking? He's like, you have this song to play for you, but I just heard the remix yesterday. It's pretty hot.
Yeah. Summer hot.
It's like a oven.
I love that.
Oh, thank you. Where's Fitz?
He's probably down at the Maggie factory, stealing bullions.
Stealing bullions. Getting the bullions in bulk.
Getting the bullions in bulk, that's right.
At what age do you think your children should start getting homework?
Wow. Definitely not while in preschool. But I think when they start going to prep school, like kindergarten 1, kindergarten 2, so like Remy should start to get homework, and I don't think it should be anything.
No, like age appropriate, just for you to practice sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if she doesn't come back with the homework, you know, properly done, or she doesn't come back with the homework at all, like she shouldn't be marked down for it, you know?
Just to color something, and
Like she have a great day too. Yeah.
If she doesn't come with the homework, then the teacher should say something because it's something that is important. Doesn't have to be anything. Could be color the letter R in red. Yeah. You know, and then she has to bring back the printed letter R with red. It doesn't have to be anything, but just so that she knows when she goes home, there's going to be stuff to do, and she's going to have to bring it back to school.
Yeah.
So,
well, I've done this whole homework thing with the kids from, as little as both of them, as they were both in preschool, and I started just sitting down to do a little homework. And at first, similar to story time, it wasn't very much. It was like, okay, sit at your chair, take out a paper, scribble, you know, and it wouldn't last so very long, you know, and it was just learning how to get into the action. And now they're always so excited for homework. If Levi has homework, Remy must have homework too. Like, I must find something. I have to take down one of the books and be like, okay, here's a page to do, you know. Yeah. And I like that because I want them to not have a negative association with homework,
right?
You know, and I find that if it's all of a sudden we reach grade 2, okay, homework, homework,
yeah,
you know, but they're like, oh, it's 4 o'clock, it's homework time, you know. And even if your teacher doesn't send home homework for you, I will do something with you, you know. There's so many pages. We went to Sangster's bookshop, we went to Kingston bookshop, and they have all of these activity books. So I'll give them a page, you know. Right now, Remy, poor Remy, second child, she has all of the books that Levi has already done the activity, and I'm like, you just use pen over the pencil, or you'll see me like rub it out, and I'm like, just do it over. Like, maybe Levi's answer is wrong, you use a crayon, like, you know, you do it over. You know, so, and I think that that's important. Like, similar to story time, when we started, we could probably only read the front cover until Remy or Levi was, you know, all distracted. But no, it's story time, like they have to have their story.
Well, speaking about homework, I've been trying to do some homework for Carnival, and I need to sign up for a dance class. My body is so stiff, my girl. Like, let me tell you something. I watched this video of Megan the Stallion doing some booty clap, and I was like, my booty is not clapping. It's not clapping. It just dip on pause, and I'm like, I need to go to a dance class. So I am asking you guys who are followers here and you're in the Kingston area, if you could recommend a nice dance class for me to go to, somewhere where the dance is
modern dance. Well, I asked
hip hop or
I asked TC reggae, when I saw her, like, you know, when I could get to speak to her, because, you know,
I was about to say TC.
She did speak to me, but I didn't know what to say. And then finally I was like, oh my gosh, can you teach me to dance? And then she was saying that something more along the lines of what Rebel does. Like, Rebel does the dancing, and I think, you know, if you organized enough people, she could do a class as well.
I mean, I'd be interested in doing a class. Not this is this make my booty clap on the road, but just to like not be so stiff, you know.
I don't think a class can help me, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but I mean, at least you know
what to do.
Okay. You know, like in your mind, at least you could be doing that.
Girl, in my mind, I can scooby away, I can stir fry, I'm drifting. Me the best drifter, you know, me name Kiva the Diva dancer.
Scooby. Like,
Scooby was a dance.
Show me your age with
Oh my gosh. Because Elephant Man is my friend.
You know what? It makes me think of Negril Weekend. Oh my gosh. All of that drinking we used to put down.
She's on
terrible.
Horrible.
I can't do that again, you know.
No, well, I don't know. Big up to Lady B celebrating 3 years.
Strong. Lady B Mixology. Love you.
But it's a more refined drinking partner here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can't even drink Smirnoff anymore.
I can.
Ugh, no, Smirnoff, that's not.
Smirnoff in the bird bush? Perfect. Perfect.
That's why I can't do bird bush. I cannot drink Smirnoff.
Well, you can drink something else.
So you know that there's like a rum shortage going on in Jamaica? Like,
what do you mean a rum shortage? This has happened before. They were short on bottles.
Listen, I think it's a conspiracy. I heard it's because they're exporting most of the rum.
They're giving away our rum?
Yep.
Alright, so we need to come together in the dance class and make our own moonshine.
Whoa, what's happening here? We just went from a dance class to a liquor company?
Because I just find the two go hand in hand. Like, you know, we don't start a liquor company. We don't register it because then the government's going to want taxes from it.
It's just a moonshine.
It's just a moonshine.
For the dancers.
For the dancers in our dance class with Rebel and TC.
Okay.
And we make our own moonshine.
Wow, what is the basis of moonshine?
John Krabati, I don't know. I guess sugar cane. I don't know. I guess I have to go on YouTube. Lady B will join the dance class. So you see, we will make the moonshine and then Lady B can pretty it up with the flavors. So we can make the base. You know?
This sounds dangerous.
Alright, so we have 3 people so far. It's me, you, and Lady B.
Okay.
Alright, dance/moonshine.
Okay. Alright.
See, already we're starting somewhere. So we have a key ingredient. We have a hookup. You know?
I just also want...
Jewel make the costumes. Alright, we have 4. Thank you. Working on the shipping to the US, says Lady B.
Have you guys also thought about your Monday wear for Trinidad?
Tracy, for some reason you are so excited about Trinidad next year. I can't even explain it. Like, usually I'm the one, I'm like, oh my God, plane ticket, place. Tracy has been like, I'm drawing something for us to wear. What do you think? It's like, Tracy, this is a color scheme. My girl comes with a drawing. She comes with a sketch. She comes with like color scheme. I'm like, girl. She's like, I'm thinking we can all do sneakers in purple. I'm like, who is this?
This is me, and I just feel that, you know, now I understand and I appreciate my time with my friends so much more, because we don't get the same amount of time with our friends as we did before we had kids, you know, and the amount of partying that we get to do to make the little memories and the fun times, you know.
So you like when it's all packed together?
I love when it's all packed together. I especially love Trinidad Carnival time because it's so crazy, and it's like, you know, us moms getting on bad.
Especially you.
Excuse me, we had to carry you out to Soka.
No, I made it out of there. I fell on my face once I got to the parking lot.
You wouldn't even remember.
I was trying to do a cartwheel. Y'all were asking me to do something.
Did you guys get to watch Road Ready? That was pretty funny. The Miami season of Road Ready. Congratulations to Road Ready for being nominated.
We won. Best web series.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, and I have sad news. So, there'll be no show. Well, I don't know if you want to do the show by yourself. So I'm heading to Japan. So there'll be no show next week. We'll take a little hiatus for next week and the week after. So yes, so we're just Tracy will just be relaxing.
You're going to Japan?
Yes. So there'll be no show next week.
Sushi?
Sushi, of course.
What else are you doing in Japan? What's the weather like?
It's the same as here. It's actually a few degrees cooler.
Yeah.
So we are like in the 90s. Japan is in the 80s.
Okay. Are you excited for this?
I am, because, you know, Japan, like the culture, they're very fashion forward. So I'll see things in the mall that we necessarily won't see in the Western Hemisphere for like a couple of months or years. So I'll be like, oh, I don't want to get that. And Sean like, yes, get that. And I'm like, oh, like I bought this handbag one time. And I was like, this is so obnoxious. Girl, you see, when I put that down, all 2 years later, I come back and the bag was so fashionable. This white bag with some chain, something. The bag was ugly, you see, but let me tell you, when it was in session
well,
style, it was in
so
style.
Exciting that you'll be going to Japan. That's so nice.
I went today for blood
Is this your
work.
first time?
No, I've been to Japan before.
I remember when you went to
And I cried on the plane. I was like, $17, I'm done. My nose is so dry. Get me out of here. I'd had enough, man. The flight was so long. So I'm packing my little hand luggage with things, I don't know, like to distract myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went and did blood work today. And I was a little disappointed because the lady couldn't, I have very small veins and they collapse.
You have to do blood work to go to Japan?
No, but I'm doing an executive to make sure that, you know, as Dr. Gafoor was saying, basically prevention is better than cure. So I am letting everybody know I did my executive today. The only part of the executive I did not do was the part where they did the stool sample. So she's like, oh, you're going to poo in this cup? I'm like, no, I ain't. I'm not.
Why?
I'm not. Because you know how like I'm what you call it, dehydrated, you're just gonna hear in the cup with like a little pellet poo. Like, it's fine. I don't need that part of what are you testing in my poo anyway? You're taking 7 vials of blood. You can't test for what you need to test for my blood. You need to
Executives are
doodle.
so important. Executives are so important.
So, but my veins kept collapsing, and now I look like an addict. Cause look at here, all the hair is gonna bruise.
Yeah.
All the hair is gonna bruise.
Yeah. Oh.
And then she drew this vein here. That's how my veins kept collapsing. Collapse, and then it went over here. Thank you so much. Listen, the flight long. So I'm packing snacks. I have a charger for my phone. I guess I should have asked the doctor today for some Xanax. Just kind of sleep.
You know, I was gonna ask if you had any.
No, I don't have any. I'm all low on everything.
I could use a good sleep.
Slim thinks Shauna, she loved it and she wants to go back.
Oh wow, that's so nice. I was just watching a little video of a girl who is half black, half Japanese, and she was just talking in English, and then she went right over into Japanese. And it was crazy, you know, like I always think that people who speak 2 different languages and can do so, like, just want for more. Yeah, like it's so, I always wish I could do something like that, even just to speak and understand another language and do it fluently. Like, oh.
You know, I didn't realize that the button down there was questions people could ask and then we can answer them. So Kim Bus was asking, sorry, how often should men get their prostate checked? So in September, it's Prostate Awareness Month. So we do suggest once a year, similar to how a woman does her mammogram.
And you should start when you are 40. A man should start when Dr. Ray Gafoor recommended 40 years old because in Jamaica and our lineage and all of these other factors, he said sometimes he said in most places they say 50, but in Jamaica they recommend 40
because we have a high rate of mortality, and we also have a high rate of our statistics for prostate cancer are very high for our region. But in general, actually, we have some of the highest rates in the world. I can't remember, I think he said Haiti, Jamaica, and a couple other places. So please, once a year, check your prostate.
You can go to Art of Surgery, that's on 10 Ripon Road, and make your appointment with Dr. Gafoor.
Right. So we'll drop the information underneath. Eat some edibles. That is actually a really good idea.
Really true?
Yes, but can you imagine if I start freaking out on the plane?
Listen, I can't do those things again. Like, my brain capacity just can't manage that kind of stuff again. I can't manage it.
Like a little bit of like some mushroom chocolate and just like, you know.
You know, I have not been able to try the mushroom chocolate.
Really? Well, I just had like a little
I just feel like bit. So, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be... I just want to be in control. Like, I'm at that stage of my life where I just want to be in control. You know what I mean?
So you think my hair is growing? I can't believe this because I haven't worn my hair out in so long.
It looks nice and thick. When we first cut it, it looked a lot thinner, but remember it had been eaten out by the braids. Yeah.
And I love braids so much, but I think I just have to stay away from them.
Yeah. We're gonna
Alexandra, I was chatting the other day. Why was I chatting Alexandra?
I don't know. But we're going to change Jodi's hair color tomorrow. So you guys can stay tuned for that. She's having an appointment with me, her hairstylist, and I am changing up her color.
I just prefer the blonde.
I'm over it.
Okay. My hairdresser has spoken. Will you be going to Japan? I'm going. Tracy's not. Thank you. Thank you. So I want to let you guys in on a brush that I found. So if you notice this hair was washed on Saturday, right? And to be honest with you, I pinned my hair up Sunday and it just hasn't come, like I've just left it. It was right before the show. I kind of spritzed it with some water. Reach over and snap back, draw. to the far right. So I have a new brush that helps me to brush out my hair and define the curls, and I have to put you guys onto it because it's honestly so amazing. It's been selling out, but a green brush right at the top then. Oh,
This?
yes. So this is by Bounce Curl, and this is the define brush. So it has some boar bristles in here. It has the softer bristles. I have been, what you call it, detangling with it. But look at this. So you see now, when you are,
You can take this.
I can take a piece, thank you.
Hold on.
So you see now when you're, no, I don't need it.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
My hair is knotty.
No, I'm not, Tracy, just stop. So when you're brushing the hair, right, you brush and you detangle, and then you draw it through the side here. This is where it defines your, ooh.
I tell you, my hair is knotty.
It defines your curl coming through here. So whereas I'd have to go in with the Denman brush after I detangle, with this it's just one divine, sorry friend.
Here.
You just do one thing. So you go like this with the brush.
Can you just brush it out first? And then
This is why you don't have curly hair, you know. See, look at the defining. So it's clumping the curls. So you can see, look, and then you're drawing it to the side, and if you twist your hair more, you'll get a more defined. See that? And then, I mean, my hair doesn't come out this straight, but yes, I would recommend this, guys. This is by Bounce Curl Define Brush. Their products are nice too. I find that it didn't, I like a more oily kind of weighted product. So they have like a light gel, which was really good. But as I said, I preferred a product with a little bit more weight to it. But the brush, I would definitely recommend Bounce Curl. You can check them out. And I will drop them in the comments below, just so that you can BOUNCECURL, so I can remember writing it down. Where can you buy the brush? bouncecurl.com. And I believe if you check Amazon, you may see it. I'm not sure, but they have their own company, Bounce Curl. They are a curly hair company, and I forget where they're located. They have a head spa. So you know when you see those Asian head spas, and like I'm watching it, and it just looks so relaxing. So you go in and they shampoo, they give you a head massage, and they put all kind of teas and stuff on your head. I really want one of those.
I wonder
if I can get one in Japan. They'd probably knot up my hair. Alright guys, I need to go and collect my son from school, from football. I wonder if Sean will do it. Alright everyone, watch her, she's gonna go buy the brush. Alright everyone, thank you so much for joining us this Tuesday. We hope you enjoyed the show. Happy 3rd anniversary to Lady B Mixology. Celebrating 3 years. You can check out some of the anniversary flavors. I'm sipping on the Tropical Desire, and Tracy is sipping on the Morning Dew. Thank you so much to Dr. Gafoor, resident urologist here at Tuesdays with Tricky, reminding you all that it is Prostate Awareness Month. Make sure you go and tell a friend, tell your partner, tell your dad, your uncle to go and get a check. It's not that big of a deal, and it can help save a life. Thank you so much to everybody watching, and I will catch you from Japan. YouTube family, make sure you like and subscribe. IG family, make sure you head on over to YouTube, where you will see the show in high definition, and we'll drop in some special links in the comments. Alright everybody, thank you so much. See you when we get back. See, Anna is posting the styling brush, bouncecurl.com. Thank you so much, Anna. Alright everybody, bye.